Alright guys, so I thought I'd make a quick video for the Vanish. There was some reports of it, being a subpar tool, so I thought, actually do a quick demo. So, as you can see, pretty big, nasty star break. It looks like it was a double break because you have one pit, that's where I aimed the injector over, and then there's another one right here. So I'll just gonna try to inject through this opening right here and see if it'll fill this side. If not, I'll just move it and inject it from here side too. So I have it mounted, and just to kind of show you, it's self-leveling suction cups. This part right here, as you apply, it comes off. So when you aim it over the brake, you just, you can kind of see the seal flattening up a little bit. So you don't want to tighten too hard, just kind of leave it there so there's a nice good airtight seal. You can see it right there, so you see the opening, the seal flatten out a little bit, and it's a nice soft big seal, so it actually covers a pretty big pits in my experience when I do repairs with this particular tool. So it's mounted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load it up with resin, and I'll come back and show you how the plunger works. So there we go. Plunger's in there. Resin been loaded up. So what I usually do is I release the pressure as I push the plunger in, so there's no pressure cycle, and then I pull it out, just to create a vacuum cycle first. So first we're gonna leave it under the vacuum, and you can see, a lot of the black already disappeared from it. So it does sucks the air out just on the first vacuum cycle. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop it into a pressure and leave it there. One thing with the pressure is there is 3 notches that are on a plunger. Let me see how I focus on them so you can see. So you see those 3 little notches? Yeah, I always start with the bottom one because you don't want to over pressurize it. Like any other tool, you kind of go low on the pressure and see what it does, see how much resin flows. Later on, if you ever need to go to second or third, you can always do it. I rarely do. Usually that first notch is plenty, because look how long that plunger is, so it creates a good amount of pressure. So looking at the brake, we see even less air now, so I'm going to leave it there for a few minutes, well, a couple more seconds really. It's been sitting there for a while, and then we're going to go into a pressure cycle, and we'll come back with that. So there you have it. Sorry, it's kind of windy. My dome's getting blown off. So first notch on the pressure, and here's the brake, and you can already see resin traveling through all the cracks, and it's actually even getting into that other crack. So we might not have to move it at all. We'll just be able to go ahead and fill it up from the same opening. Alright, I'm gonna leave it in pressure for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to release the pressure by pressing the little pressure regulator button on top. It will release the pressure, and then we're going to pull vacuum, draw vacuum out of it, and let it sit on the vacuum another minute, and then more pressure, and then we're going to be curing it. So let me pause it again. Come back here for a sec. So still in pressure. I had some people saying that the pressure is so hard it looks like the seal's about to burst and spill the resin all over. So you can see, the seal opened up. You can clearly see there's a pressure on it, but at any point I don't feel like it's gonna create more damage or it's too much pressure. It's just there. And I think the error a lot of people make is they tighten the barrel too tight, because it's adjustable. So when you kind of screw it in clockwise motion, you just have to make sure it touches a little bit. Like, you don't want to slam it onto the glass and really press on it, just so it's touching it, and you can see that there's an airtight seal, and then you can go into the repair. So there you go. All right, so this is a second vacuum cycle. It's a pretty stubborn brake. Usually, I'm in and out with one vacuum, one pressure, but this one is fighting me, and I flex it a little bit, and you can see almost all the air is out, it's clearing out, and it does fill up that second brake as well. So vacuum and pressure is strong enough to repair connected double brakes like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the final pressure, and then I'm going to cure it. I'm going to cure it under pressure first, and I will press the button once, and I will actually going to stay with the video so you can see that it's a 15-second cycle. I'm going to remove the bridge, put a pit filler, and then put the bridge back on and cure it for 15 more seconds, and then scrape it, and we'll go from there. All right, pressure, same thing. First notch. See the opening? And it's nice and flexible. Doesn't look like it's a hard seal. You see a little bit of a crack there just because of the angle. I mean, as I change the angle, you can see it's clear. There's resin in there. But I'm gonna leave it there for a few more seconds, and then I'm gonna go into the cure cycle. And what I'm gonna do for the cure cycle, I'm gonna keep it under the dome, so there's really no ambient UV helping me. And as you can see, trying to beat the storm here. Nice overcast, windshield nice and cool, so not much sunlight either way. Sorry, my dome keeps sliding up and down. Corey, let's do something with those suction cups. Just joking. I think it's just me, I didn't clean the glass. I love my dome. One of the best tools I have. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and start curing it. So I'm gonna press the button, and you're gonna see the little green light go on, and you see the curing lights on. You can see them in the reflection. So I'm not gonna stop, I'm not gonna pause. We're gonna go for the 15 seconds, just how manufacturer recommends. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna pause it when I remove it. So there you go, it's done. So let me pause it. I'm gonna remove the bridge, put the curing tab, and then cure it for 15 more seconds, and then we'll try to scrape it. So bear with me. So here we go, curing tab in place. Dome is over it, no sunlight curing it. I'm gonna hit the button again. And you see it's curing. And we're gonna give it 15 seconds, and then we're going to scrape it off and see what happens. Alright, done. So, have my blade, curing tab. It was 15 seconds under pressure and 15 seconds when I removed everything. You can hear that the tab is stuck to it. I mean, the resin is dry. No residue on the tab at all. Rock solid. Not gooey. 15 seconds. So here you have it, guys. No trickery. I'm an honest guy. I just don't like when people talk about stuff without actually showing it. Alright, I hope you enjoy it. It's a great tool. I love my Vanish. I use it on every repair. Now let me show you how I clean it. It's actually very easy to clean. What I use is those auto glass daubers for primer, the bigger ones, and I will dip it into denatured alcohol. I'll take the plunger out, and this fits perfectly into the barrel. Give it a couple of passes, it'll clean it up, clean the seal, and then with the same dauber, I just wipe off the plunger. Done. That's how easy it is to clean. I'm going to show you one more cool thing about the Vanish. So I love this small delta bridge. I actually been using it when I have double cracks, double breaks, just to speed things up. The best thing about it, when I'm ready to cure under pressure, all I do, and I put it right over the injector, and it fits perfectly. I hit the button, so I will finish first repair with my Vanish, then move my bridge assembly over to my Delta to cure under pressure, and it fits perfectly over the plunger. How cool is that? So I know a lot of the techs use different type of tools, so that's kind of a cool feature of the Vanish too. You can cure your B150 bridges under pressure with Delta. There's the brake. Very nice, clean repair. Keep in mind it was a double brake, so everything filled up. Everything looks nice and awesome. Very happy with my Vanish. So I highly recommend. It is pricey, but I mean, you do get a very nice kit with it. I still have my awesome Delta curing light. That one is used for the long cracks, because as much as I like that light, it's very hard to cure under pressure with a injector on. So I still have that one in there, but yeah, there you go.